Sir, you gotta shut that down.
No, I don't.
Yeah, well, you have to leave the building.
Your poster 7 says I can do it. Go
No,
read your poster 7.
That's all right. Well, I'm
Learn
asking
your
you-
rules and
That's
regulations.
great. I'm asking you to leave anyway.
Okay, you can ask.
Please leave this building facility.
6 feet, dude.
Yeah, well, I'm asking you to get out of this
Yeah,
building.
you can ask all you want. It's a public building.
Yes, sir. He has to leave the facility.
You have to. Now you're trespassing.
It's a public building open to the public.
He's still invited to
I
leave.
have to break a law in order to be trespassed.
Sir, whether you invite him not to be here,
You got the
are
building.
instructed not to.
Why won't you guys follow your poster 7? Do any of you even know the poster 7?
Sir,
The rules on
Please follow me.
photography? You guys want to read your poster 7? You don't care about following the rules and regulations that govern your post office?
What's
Huh?
the problem?
I don't have a problem, they do.
Right. Well, I mean, like, what's the problem with what you're talking about?
Well, it gives me the right to record in this public building.
Okay.
Also, there's a DHS memo from 2010 that was revised in 2018 that also gives me the right to record in any federal building in a public area.
Certainly. Right.
And they don't think that I can, so they're incorrect.
Okay. Just recording just because?
I'm doing a news story.
Oh, cool. What
Yeah.
for?
I'm not at liberty to say.
That's fine.
I'm just gathering content.
I mean, I don't mind, man. Here's the deal, right? You're allowed to record stuff, and you're in a public place. It is what it is. I mean, people don't like it. Obviously, it's a little aggravating to them, but you are allowed to record things. And this is a public building, obviously. It's a U.S. Post Office.
Yeah. Can I get your name and badge number?
Officer Hunt, that's number 506.
And yours, please?
Officer Ward, 460.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're totally allowed to do it. I know it's aggravating, and it is what it is.
You gotta get permission from our communications director.
No, you don't get permission. You can ask me to get permission, but the poster and the DHS memo say I can do it.
Please leave the building.
I have to be breaking a law for you to evict me from a public building.
They can ask you to leave.
They can ask, but I don't have to.
You're right, and if you don't, you can get a misdemeanor citation for trespassing, and we don't want to.
In a public building, don't you have to break a law in order to be trespassed from a public building?
They can ask you to leave, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you need to brush up on your law a little bit.
Okay. So what are we gonna do today? What's gonna resolve this issue?
Well, I'll leave because I don't want to trespass, but
Okay.
y'all need to learn. Brush up on your law. You guys don't know what you're talking about.
I think we do.
There, I'm outside.
Fair enough.
All right. What's your name? Sir?
Yes.
Sir?
They call me Tater Salad.
Tater Sally?
Yeah. What's that? What's up?
We did the trespass you from the post office, okay?
What's that?
If you go back, we trespass you from the post office. If you go back there, you go straight to jail.
Really?
Really?
That's public property. How are you going to trespass me from it?
Because
What law did I break?
Because you're causing disturbance there.
I wasn't
You're
causing
making
disturbance.
people uncomfortable. The postmaster doesn't want you there.
Feelings
He has
don't
He
matter.
has the right to say.
I didn't break a law.
Okay. He has the right to
No,
say he
you
doesn't
didn't
want
break the
people
law,
to
but if you go back, you will have broken the law. The post office is not public property, it's private property.
Absolutely, it's public.
But we're
It's
not gonna
federal
argue,
property.
We're not going to argue about it.
You guys need to go look at the DHS memo
It's fine. I
from
don't.
2010,
we're not doing
revised in 2018.
All we need,
Because you guys are incorrect.
all we need is your name, so we can say we advise you. of
I am not
trespassing,
giving
and
you
then
my
we'll-
name. I didn't break a law.
It's fine. Perfect. No worries.
But I won't be back there. I'll promise
Right.
you that.
But you're free to record anywhere you want to, but you just can't go back there because they trespass you.
We
Fair
do
enough?
have to
Okay.
advise you on trespassing, which means that we do have to take your name. That
Absolutely not. That's not how it works.
Okay, listen, we're not trying to give you a hard time.
Unless I break a law, I don't have to provide my name.
Well, now you're breaking the law
How am I breaking a law?
because we have a legal right to get your name to put on our report to say that we trespassed you. You're not telling us your name is obstructing what we're doing, and that's called obstruction.
But I didn't break the law.
You're obstructing, sir, which is a misdemeanor offense, which is arrestable.
It's a secondary offense.
It's a misdemeanor offense that's arrestable.
Really?
It is. I wouldn't lie to you. I'm not out here to heat to the sunburn line.
Can I speak to a supervisor, please?
If you like.
Yes, I would like a supervisor. We'll go stand back in the shade so you're not sweating your butt off in your dark clothes.
You do understand all we need is your name, correct?
I understand what you're asking, but it's actually Federal Protection Service that's supposed to deal with everything postal.
They are allowed to trespass people from their property.
It's public property.
Well, it's just like any
It's like McDonald's. That's public
Right.
property also.
No, that's private property.
privately owned, but it is
But
still
open to the
public
public.
property.
Right.
Anybody in the world
That's
can
the
go to
difference.
their
This is
door.
federal property. We all own that property. That's the difference. You have to break a law to be trespassed from public property.
No.
Sure you do.
No, absolutely not. So, if you come into my home, and I can call this and say I want to trespass because I don't want them here, you have to break the law.
But that's private property. That's the difference.
Whether it's my house or McDonald's or Burger King or the Holiday Inn Hotel. It's the
All
same-
privately
same-
owned. This is not privately owned. It's public. Owned by the United States federal government. I do this at post offices everywhere. Along with other government buildings.
So because one post office has a problem, it's going to make a difficult event.
No, I just want to educate them on the correct procedures. I didn't yell at anybody. I tried to get them to come look at poster 7, which is posted on the wall. I wasn't being rude.
No, it just makes people uncomfortable when they're being recorded.
There's like 15 cameras in that
I
lobby.
know, but the only people who can access those cameras are people from the post office. Your police,
People don't want to end up on the internet or, you know, things of that nature.
And I wasn't recording them. I was recording the postal workers.
But if you go up to the glass, you're recording anybody that's sitting between your lens and on the outside of the glass.
I didn't go up to the glass though. I was
I saw you-
inside.
I saw you pointing right up to the glass when I pulled up.
Oh yeah, and at the doors? Yeah, at the postal workers standing around on the other side. I mean, I'll give you my first name. My first name's Matt.
What's your last name?
I'll wait for the supervisor.
Good job. You know I'm short, right? All right, thank you very much. So here's the thing. What we're going to be doing is if you're free to give me your name, we understand, okay? Just don't go back on the property.
Okay.
Okay? And just be advised, because you don't want to give us your name, we're probably just going to put a bolo out to be on the lookout for, okay?
Be on the lookout for you.
Just in case you return to the property.
Oh, okay.
Someone will probably call. You know what I mean? If you return like a worker or something like that.
Right, right.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. We're all set.
And your name is?
Sergeant Morton. MORTON.
And back number?
404.
Thank you.
Okay?
This is how ignorance of the law turns into a circus. A First Amendment auditor walks into a U.S. post office to peacefully record in the public lobby, fully within his rights. But instead of respecting federal regulations, postal employees immediately get hostile, demand he stop filming, and call the police. When officers arrive, they actually admit he's not breaking any laws and is allowed to record. But then things take a turn. They try to issue a trespass warning, demand ID, and claim refusing to identify is obstruction, all for filming in a public building. Let that sink in. No crime, no disruption, no closed area, yet they threaten jail just for exercising a right. This is how rights get trampled by public employees and law enforcement who don't know or ignore the law. Even when the auditor calmly explains Poster 7, cites case law, and asks to speak with the supervisor, they push threats instead of facts. He leaves peacefully, no arrest, no ID given, but not before educating everyone watching on how far some will go to avoid accountability. Cameras aren't the threat, ignorance and power trips are. And let's keep going.
All right,
today, sir? Are you with a family or?
I'm not gonna answer that question, my brother. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
You doing good? Great.
Is your reason for being out here today, or just are you with family? Like, are you?
I just can't disclose that at the moment, my man.
All right. What's your name, man? My name's Austin.
You're Austin?
Yeah. What's your
That's
name?
good. Yeah, it's good to meet you, my brother. I'm just your American brother, my man. I'm not gonna give you my name, but
Oh, okay.
yeah.
That's fine. Her name's Grace.
Yeah. Hey there.
Hi, Grace.
Yeah, we're just.
Nice to meet you. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I didn't give it.
Oh, you didn't give it. Okay.
No.
Apologies. I got you.
Hey, you good?
Okay.
Really nice day out. That's for sure. Isn't it?
For December, it's insane.
Right.
It is insane. Yeah, and it's gonna get warmer. So, how big is a graduating class?
I mean, it's a pretty good size.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty good size indeed.
They've really updated this place.
Yeah.
You serious, Jeff? This looks like it hasn't been updated for about 50 years. So come on. Are you? Yeah. Well, I'm sure it'll look beautiful afterwards. It looks like the materials are nice, but it's certainly dirty now, isn't it?
Yeah, they're working on the facility.
Yeah.
Adding on, so.
Yeah, that's great. It's great. See, they are.
Hey, sir, we can talk for a little bit longer.
Am I detained or?
You're not detained, sir. We're just having a conversation.
No.
Hanging out now.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you guys hang out if you guys want to. I mean, I am going to take a little walk. I'm just checking it out. I mean, yeah.
Are you with this guy, with Jeff, I guess? Are you with Jeff?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Alright. If you don't mind, can you keep your hands out of your pocket?
Am I being detained?
No, but just for all of our safeties right now.
I mean, that doesn't make sense.
It does.
No, my hand is just fine in my pocket.
Okay, if you don't have anything in there, it's totally fine. Okay?
It's-
I don't know if anything's in there.
I don't know if anything. I know you've got a gun on you.
How about let's walk over here?
Am I detained? Okay. Then don't tell me where to walk respectfully, ma'am. All right, I won't tell you what to do either.
I will tell you where to walk, alright?
Okay.
We're all good, sir. We're minding the peace of our own parking lot, stuff like that, and you were videotaping, so we're just trying to see what's.
Just trying to maintain the peace.
Yep.
Right.
That's what we're here for, man.
God bless, man. I wish there were a lot more law enforcement that just tried to maintain the peace. It'd be awesome. So, does anybody know the number of the graduating class?
No, I mean it's a general number, man. There's a lot of classes, a lot of sizes, stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
it's a pretty good group of people, though.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that vibe.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely good. Yeah, with definitely a lot of people here.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You came to the right place to be around law enforcement officers.
Yeah.
Well, we like to observe y'all in your natural habitat. You know what I mean? We kind of like to see what y'all get up to. It takes a special breed to really take the taxpayers' money for your job and then go and extort them on top of that. That's
That's your point of view, sir.
right. Yeah.
Do you guys ride here together by chance, or do you guys walk here, or do you?
So, man, what's your name?
My name's Austin.
Your name's
Yep.
What's your last name, Austin?
Stewart.
Stewart.
Yep.
Okay. Did you come here with anybody today?
Yeah, all my classmates. All
You drove here with everybody here
Yeah, we're all here together, man.
in the car.
No, not in the car. I didn't drive here.
Because
today,
you
man.
see where that would be a problem. If you all were trying to fit in the same car together, obviously somebody wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
That's fair.
So who did all drive with you in the car, Austin?
Well, so my line of question is really just for you guys, because you guys are kind of out of
Oh,
place. You know what I mean? It's a little bit.
What'd you say?
We're a little bit out of place. You can kind of see that.
This
how-
is a.
how we're all
is-
police officers.
Well, you don't know what I'm doing here.
That's fair. That's fair.
You don't know who I am.
Mm.
I'm
Yep.
sure you will. I'm sure somebody here knows, but that's fine. You know, you will learn, and either way, I'm trying to ask you a question. You're not answering my question. You see, you're trying to divert me from my line of questioning.
Okay.
So it's kind of making me wonder why.
Okay.
All right. So let's keep on with my line of questioning. Where did you come here from today, Austin?
Well, we all come from different counties, stuff like that.
Where
so-
did you in particular
How about
come
we
from?
do this? How about you give me a little bit, I'll give you a little bit. Can we do a little bit of that?
I'm asking the questions here, sir.
Oh,
Now,
no.
where did you come from today?
All right. At this time, sir, I don't think I'm gonna.
You're not going to consent to this conversation
Yeah,
anymore?
I think I'm done with the conversation. But you have
Well,
a good
if
day,
you
okay,
if
sir?
you're done with the conversation, I will stop asking you
I
questions,
appreciate it. Thank
just like I asked you to.
See all the wrecked cars back there from the pit maneuvers and stuff?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Small ones too.
Man. Everyone's joining us for a walk. Getting everybody there a morning stroll. I'm gonna tell you something, man. You're a trainee, Austin. You're a trainee.
Nope, not a trainee. I actually think there might be somebody you might need to talk to. But,
Is that right?
Yep. Would you mind having a conversation with us over here, just real quick?
I certainly don't answer questions.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's
Hi, how do you do? My name's
Doing all
Tim
right.
Horty. How do you do?
Tim, good to meet you,
Tell me your
Tim.
name, sir?
I don't give my name, Tim, but
Okay.
I am your
All right.
American brother, man. It is good to meet you.
Wow, good to see you.
Yeah.
Good to see you. What brings you out, sir?
Man, I on public property, I really don't answer any questions. It's just part of what I do. But
Uh-huh.
I'm here doing my thing.
Well, how can I
Yeah.
help you?
I do not need any help, Tim, but I really do appreciate you offering it.
Okay.
I really do. I don't need any help, man. I see you got a lot of people out here walking with me, and I like that. I do like that.
Well, we're in the public safety business.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I like to see. I mean, are you guys following me because you're concerned, or were you following me just for like a morning exercise? Or
I like how the city streets.
I thought it-
are set up
Yeah,
out here.
anytime
Anybody
comes out here and they start walking, especially close to the fences where training may happen.
Yeah.
It's a safety issue.
Okay.
That's our only concern.
Yeah.
Is make
Okay.
sure you're safe, our students are safe,
Yeah.
and the people that use the facility.
Yeah. I mean, I anytime I see someone in danger, I contribute to helping their safety as well. So we're on the same page there. I like to make sure that everybody stays as secure as they possibly can, especially in this country. We have a right to feel that way. So
Well, you have every right to be here and to feel safe. What I would insist on is that you would not be allowed past this fence for the very reasons that the captain just explained. We have cars coming around, makes it very dangerous for you to be there, and there's firearms training going on beyond there. So
Yeah.
the public parking lot is fair game for you.
Okay, Tim. All right. I really have no problem. I don't trust going anywhere near a place where police officers are shooting. So of my own volition, I won't be going in there. But if you're concerned about anybody going in there, I'd recommend no trespassing signs. I see a sign right there, but I don't know what it says because it's behind all that rubble.
Okay.
But you know what I mean? Because there are a lot of
probably good
nincompoops.
advice.
Yeah, there's a lot of nincompoops that don't understand that kind of
What's being
stuff.
built back here?
Well, we're building a dormitory over here.
People gonna stay here while they train?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
It's a residential academy, and so folks come from all over the state. It doesn't make sense for them to be here every day.
Wow, that's great.
I'm even fine. I see a lot of them standing over there. I'm fine if they want to come over here, man. I like to see them taking a walk. I see too many. Yeah, I mean, you're not guilty of this yourself, but I see too many veteran officers that, to be quite frank, I don't know how they fit behind the seat of the steering wheel of their patrol car every morning. So a good walk is always good for these trainees,
Some of them start to look like me.
And
Okay. Well, I'm going to send these gentlemen back to school because
All right.
they're in their last days of training.
all right, good luck,
You
guys.
intend to stick around for a while, or what's your plan?
We really just like to see. I want to be able to get in my car without feeling like there's going to be multiple eyes on me. So just about the time when people leave me alone and
Good luck, guys.
don't talk to me, that's probably right around the time that I start heading out of here.
Fair enough.
Yep.
That's where we're headed. So.
All righty.
good
Well,
luck
Tim,
to you.
hey, it was good
All
to
right,
meet you, man.
yes. Happy holidays.
Yeah, you as well. Have a good one.
Introducing yourselves.
Today's video takes us to the Indiana Law Enforcement Academy. Yep, the place where cops are trained. But judging by this interaction, some of them still need a refresher on the First and Fourth Amendments. Our cameraman is peacefully filming outside the academy, standing on public property, exercising his rights. He's polite, calm, and cooperative, but not giving up his name or purpose. And that's perfectly legal. But here comes the swarm of future cops and current officers, trying to figure out what to do about a man with a camera. Multiple officers approach him, start casually interrogating, asking personal questions, trying to fish for information without any reasonable suspicion of a crime. One even tries the soft approach, but still presses for a name. Let's be clear. You don't need a reason to film in public. You don't need to answer their questions. And you definitely don't owe your name unless you're lawfully detained, which he wasn't. The irony, these officers are at a police academy, a place meant to teach the Constitution, and yet they're puzzled by a guy peacefully recording in a public parking lot. Some act friendly, others look confused, but all of them miss the point. This is why we audit, not to provoke, but to remind those in power, public rights don't disappear just because you wear a badge. Let's keep going.
See if this trick works. I'm leaving this fucking camera here. See if it's about the camera or it's about me.
Alright, sir, we need you to move from this area. We're putting tape up and everything right now. You're going to have to go back further where there's not going to be any tape or anything like that.
For my safety, right?
You got to move from the area.
Just
that's,
for my
that's
safety?
all we're talking about. All right?
No, I know, but I
okay,
need you
so
to tell
can
me
you
some
grab
sort
your
of
camera
law.
and we got to move it?
Well, if it's not
Okay?
about, hold on, calm down first of all.
I don't have an attitude. I'm just saying.
No, you do. You're pushing.
I'm
me.
asking you to move.
All right, but if
you got to move from this area.
Right, but if
Okay.
it's for my safety.
It is.
Okay,
Yeah.
then the camera can stay.
They can't.
No, the camera can stay. The camera can stay. Do not touch my property. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
She wants tape up and she wants him.
I'm
him to
leaving.
move.
Don't touch my property.
Around the whole block. I'm gonna go start down here real quick. All right. You wanna see what she wants to do with that? Yeah. Do you want to take it, sir?
I thought it was about my safety, man.
This is gonna be considered abandoned property. You can either take it or I'm taking it for abandoned property.
Bullshit me all night, huh?
I'm not bullshitting you.
Kicking me out.
Which one do you want to do?
For my fucking shit. Give me my fucking shit.
Take it?
Yeah, give me it.
All right, we're gonna walk it down here.
Look at what this guy's doing. Wow, he's making a scene. You just made the premiere, my friend. I do not have the camera. This officer does.
Yeah,
Talk
and
about
it's
fucking
gonna be
escalation.
abandoned property.
It's not
or you
abandoned
can take
property.
it down
You
here.
idiot. You told me to fucking leave, so I left.
Okay, and
For
I'm
my
telling
safety.
you right now, that's what's going on with your property.
The property was in danger.
I didn't say the property was, but it would be abandoned property, and we
I
can
didn't
take it and
abandon
inventory
though.
it.
I didn't abandon it. That would
You
never
did.
hold
You
up
left
in
it on the
court.
street.
It would never hold up in court. Who am I talking to? Are you gonna identify? It's policy.
Okay, let me get that. All right, Griff.
It's policy.
This is. I'm gonna stop putting tape on. This can't be
Tibbetts.
here. It's either gonna be abandoned property, or
He's gonna make some
it-
shit
it
up,
can-
everybody. You're live, Tibbetts. Tibbetts
She
didn't
said we can take
identify.
that for abandoned property if it's
not
not up on the
abandoned
street.
property.
I told
It
you
won't
to
hold
either
up
take
in
it and
court,
move it
Tibbetts.
out, but that's it.
Tibbetts, it won't hold up in court, man. You're supposed to identify too.
Hey,
No, you didn't identify. Officer Tibbetts. Yeah, it's about fucking time. Hey, Tibbetts, are those gang tattoos? No. You sure? Can I take a picture of those? Can I get those on camera so we can have an inventory, please? I don't know exactly what side you're banging for. You just moved the camera out for safety purposes, Tibbetts. Way to escalate shit. Holy good God. Milwaukee District 3 making a mockery of themselves. The lawyer's gonna like that one, Tibbetts. You can't touch my property. It was on public. You asked me to leave. Your bullshit story, cop-splaining, is not gonna hold up in court. You know what I mean?
All right.
I'm trying to help you out, man. Hours. Why did you have this scene? Hours, and now you put up tape? Why? Because of the camera?
Not because the camera has nothing to do with that.
Well, then why did you wait 2 hours to put tape up? It happened to be when I walked it.
How long were you sitting out there?
About 15 minutes.
15?
Yeah, I was talking to Pete, who told me that I could stand there because it was his scene.
Oh, 15.
Yeah, it's his scene, man. You're not. I hope you're not negotiating, man. You're a shit escalator. Not a great negotiator either, Tibbetts. You got that booty though. I like that. You got that booty. I'll give you that. Hey, it's nothing personal, Tibbetts. Just don't violate my rights, all right?
Sometimes officers may act in a manner that is not in line with proper procedures or protocols. In this situation, the officer moving the citizen's camera out of a crime scene and claiming it was abandoned property could be seen as petty. This is because there is no crime scene tape present to indicate that the area was off limits to the public. It is important to note that citizens have a right to film in public places, including crime scenes, as long as they do not interfere with the investigation. In this situation, it would have been more appropriate for the officer to explain to the citizen why the camera needed to be moved, rather than simply taking it and claiming it was abandoned property. Additionally, the officer should have placed crime scene tape around the area to clearly indicate that it was a crime scene and to prevent unauthorized persons or objects from entering. Let's continue.
How you today?
Doing just fine. How you doing?
Good.
What's your name and badge number, Lieutenant?
Lot 320.
What can I do for you?
Well, we got an issue we need to discuss.
Let's discuss it. Talk away. Don't come on my property, sir.
Okay. Well, you seem to have a problem with the post office down there.
I'm waiting on public records, sir.
Okay.
I seem to have more of a problem with you damn corrupt police officers.
All right.
What are you doing out here in a vehicle that's not even a marked vehicle? I did not see no tag on it that says government.
Well, go look at it. It says government all over the back of it. It's got blue lights in it.
So what are you here for?
I need to talk to you.
Well, I'm right here. Talk.
Okay. I've got an officer bringing some paperwork up here.
You don't need to bring no paperwork here. You're not serving me nothing in my yard, sir.
Okay. What if I'm deputized?
That don't matter. I'm on my property, sir.
Okay.
You have to catch me out in the public. I know my rights. Yes, sir. Do not come on my property. Sir, I asked you not to come onto my property
I
now.
appreciate the request. Who's got the 29?
Warren does got it.
Is it?
Sir, what's your name and badge number?
You got a warrant for your arrest.
For what, sir?
For trespassing.
Go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
Sir, my phone in my damn hand. You're hurting my arm.
Oh, nobody's hurting.
Yes, you are. You're hurting my arm. I happen to be old. Don't cut my phone off. I want my phone back in my hand.
Do you want to know why you're getting
I
arrested?
need my phone back in my hand, sir.
You want to know why you're getting
I
arrested?
sure would like to know,
You're
sir.
yelling at me and I'll explain it to you, okay?
I'm deaf in one ear. I cannot help it.
Which-
I'd like
which
to have
ear
my
can you hear
phone
better
back,
out of?
sir. My right ear.
Okay. Can you hear me okay right
I
here?
can hear you fine, sir.
All right. So all those times you went in harassing the post office.
I never harassed
Listen, are
nobody,
you
sir.
gonna let
I
me
was
talk?
recording.
Are you going to let me talk? The recording is not the issue. Okay? The issue is you're harassing and causing a disturbance.
Who did I harass, sir?
Listen
I got
to
the
me.
video from the inside
I
the
know,
post
I've seen all
office.
your videos.
The lady asked me why I wasn't there on Friday. I did not harass
Do you want me
nobody,
to explain
sir.
it to you, or you want to just let me get the judge? All right. So the postal inspector said to trespass you. So that's what Lieutenant Bishop did. Per this postal inspector, you were trespassed from their property. You continue to go back and cause issues. They said they wanted something done about it. So they went and asked to file a warrant for trespass. So now you have a warrant for you for trespass because you don't listen. They asked you not to go back on their property and you keep going back over there.
Don't have my phone back, sir.
I'm actually, where'd you do the phone? I'm gonna take the phone.
Sir, I'm recording right now.
You still
You're
recording?
interrupting my recording.
Well, no, I'm serving a warrant for criminal offense. What exactly did you think was gonna happen when you keep doing this?
Sir, I
After
wasn't
you've
doing
been-
that, but recording, I didn't. When I look, I was up there yesterday evening. I know this is all over my live stream from the police service
No.
department. Yes, it is.
No. When
It's
you
called
call-
a retaliatory tactic.
Okay.
Retaliatory
you
tactic,
understand your
Lieutenant
right?
Locke, sir. Yes, sir, I
understand your
know every bit of my rights.
Do you understand your right to remain silent?
I plead the Fifth Amendment. I do not say nothing.
Okay, then hush. You'll get the warrant served to you here in just a
Could
second.
I have my
okay?
phone, please,
No, I'm
sir?
gonna take your phone for evidence.
Sir, that's not right. Why are you taking my phone?
It's got evidence of your crime on it.
No, it does not. All my videos is on my YouTube channel.
Okay. We'll see, won't we?
I've not committed no crimes. I need to let somebody here know that that I'm being arrested. I need to go up and knock on my door here, sir.
Who's in there that you want me to talk to?
The man that rides that other bicycle. Sir, I don't have nothing on me. I appreciate you not saying so.
And you're big on people being deputized and stuff? I'm still deputized. So, that's an issue for you. I'll show that to you later too, okay? No injuries. You understand?
Yes, sir, I do understand.
I can serve a warrant in this county, okay?
Can I see the warrant? I've not seen a warrant.
It's on its way.
So I've been arrested. I've got handcuffs on me without a warrant ever being shown. Could you please?
I told you got a warrant. We're fixing to read the warrant to you. And
I need to let somebody know what's going on with him. I told you his name is Ben. Let me knock on the side of the trailer and I'll get him to come to the door.
You need to go get the car. We don't want any more complications.
Dude, I need to put my bicycle up. You want to let somebody steal my bike? I've got to let him know so he can take my bike in the house. I need to do it now. Please, sir, don't do me this way. I'm trying to put my bicycle up. You're going to let somebody steal my property.
No, I'm going to tell Ben to take care of it for you.
97 clear tonight.
This is Eagle Nick. I'm being arrested.
This situation reeks of abuse of power. This guy was arrested on his own property just for filming in a public space and questioning these officers. Let's get one thing straight. Being on your own land while recording is not a crime, and showing up with a warrant for trespassing? That seems like pure retaliation. Under the First Amendment, public photography is protected, especially on public property, like a post office. If someone isn't breaking any laws, officers have no grounds to detain or remove them. This officer was trying to silence him for questioning authority and exercising his rights, plain and simple. They even took his phone as evidence, claiming it had proof of a crime. But in reality, they're likely hoping to erase any evidence against themselves. Actions like these damage public trust, undermining the idea that police are here to protect and serve. It's crucial to hold officers accountable and file formal complaints when they overstep. This isn't justice, it's intimidation. Keep those cameras rolling and don't let officers bully you into silence. This kind of authoritarian behavior deserves nothing but exposure. And let's keep going.
Okay, now say that again.
You look like a guy that has a warrant. That's why I want to see your ID.
I'm not the driver of the car.
Doesn't matter. If you have a warrant, you have a warrant.
I don't have any warrants.
Okay, what's your name?
You don't need to know my name.
Yes, I do.
Who do you suspect me of being? Call a supervisor.
So you might give my ID back, please.
Picture that. That's kind of
Did y'all call for a supervisor?
Nope.
Did he say no?
If you're not the guy I'm looking for, dude, it's not a big deal. Just let me see your ID.
What you need to see my ID for?
Urban,
For a minute ago, just a minute ago, you said you need to see my ID because you thought I was somebody.
Yeah.
You just verified I'm not whoever it is you're looking
No,
for.
I did not verify.
And now you still looking for my ID.
I did not verify that.
So now you want to try to violate my constitutional rights? Is that what you want to try to do? Because I've been doing a whole lot of research on this.
Okay, you should probably read up on the laws then, my friend.
Oh, I do know the laws.
Okay.
What crime have I been suspected of doing?
You look like a guy that has a warrant. My partner's checking the photo right now to make sure it's you, or see if it isn't you.
So because you suspect I'm somebody, what law is that breaking? Yeah, look real good.
Look, if you got your ID on you,
Look real good.
Look, if you got your ID on you,
call a supervisor.
I'm not calling a supervisor.
Call a supervisor.
Look, sir.
Can I get your name and your badge number?
That's not a problem, Deputy. Yours ID 2175.
Can I get yours?
45. So here's the thing. If you just give us your ID and we make sure that you're not the person that we're looking for, then we're all good.
I don't have to give y'all nothing.
Okay, well then we're probably going to ask you to step out of the car till we can identify you if we think that you are this person. And I think
Okay, and you can call for a supervisor
I'm
too.
not doing that because my supervisor's going to say the exact same thing I'm telling you right now.
Okay, call for a supervisor. Let's get him out here. Let's see what he got to say.
My supervisor's not going to tell me anything different.
Okay, but if I'm requesting for a supervisor,
Doesn't matter.
y'all got to call him.
Supervisor or not, I do not. I don't
Okay, well.
All right, would you mind just stepping out of the car for me then? Okay, put your phone on top of the car. I'm detaining you right now, sir. So you can't.
What am I being detained for? What law have I
Detaining
broken?
you because we believe that you might be the person we're looking for.
Oh, okay.
Now you found out.
But I haven't committed any crime.
Well, you're suspected possibly having committed a crime if you have a warrant, right?
I haven't.
And you're feeling
I don't have no warrants.
Okay. Well,
Haven't committed any crime.
Are you willing to identify
What's your
yourself?
name?
Are you willing to
What's your
identify?
name?
Deputy Burton.
Deputy Burton?
Yeah.
What's your badge number?
2590.
Say that again.
2590.
2590?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sir, are you willing to identify yourself?
What law have I committed?
Are you willing to, because here's the problem. If I think that you who this person is, I do believe that you might be that person, and I can't identify you because you won't provide me any kind of positive identification, then I just have to go off based off looking at a picture of somebody and thinking that you're
Okay, that's why I said look at the picture good and look at me.
Okay, do you have an ID on you so
Look
I
at
can
the
confirm
picture.
whether-
Look at the picture
Yes,
good
and I think
and
that
look
you
at
might
me.
be and I think you might be the person.
And you think?
Yes, that is correct. You have an ID on you, sir.
Yes, I do have ID.
Where's your ID?
It's in my pocket, and I do not give you the right to search me.
Which pocket is it?
So you gonna violate my constitutional rights and search me? Somebody record this.
We have the right to identify.
No, you don't. I didn't give y'all a right to search my person.
That's fine.
So,
Okay.
am I the person you looking
No,
for?
you're not the person we're looking for.
So put my shit back in my pockets and get the fuck on out my face. Cause I will be suing.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I know it is
All you have
fine.
to do is identify yourself. That's
I
it.
don't have to. I haven't committed any motherfucking crime.
If we believe that you might be the person, you wouldn't be.
But that's suspicion.
Yes,
that's what you
reasonable
think.
suspicion. Yep, that's
That's not a
reasonable
motherfucking law.
I'm not going to argue with you anymore because
You don't have to argue. Cause I requested for a supervisor.
That's fine.
Hey, Bert, can you call for a supervisor since you don't want to?
I'm at the OIC on this stop, all right?
I mean, but still, I'm requesting for a supervisor.
You can take him out, Rob.
You giving us a hard time too.
I'm not giving y'all a hard time. I haven't committed any crime. I haven't did any motherfucking thing wrong.
You was refusing, man.
But I don't. By law, I don't have to.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. By law, y'all cannot just come and approach me and tell me give y'all my.
Off, man, we're done.
I know you done, cause I ain't did wrong. So I will be suing the out of y'all.
That's fine. So what do you want? My partner's got your wallet.
Here's your wallet, sir.
Can I get y'all? Can I get some cards of yours?
I gave you all my information, sir. If you have a problem, you can just call dispatch. Can I get my driver's license? Yeah, my partner's got it. He'll give it back to you.
No, don't give it to me. Give it back to the owner. Yeah, y'all want to be assholes? I'm gonna be an asshole with y'all. Yeah, you was, cause I told y'all motherfuckers I wasn't who y'all was looking for. I do know that. I ain't got no motherfucking warrants. I know what the f going on with my shit. So y'all will be hearing from my lawyer in the morning.
You have a happy new year.
But y'all have a happy new year. Stop f***ing with motherfuckers out here. Y'all ain't got shit else better to do but fish. Y'all can't find shit wrong, so y'all want to just f with whoever y'all f with. At the end of the night, I ain't got shit to be worried about. Now, y'all always think somebody got some shit to be worried about. Man, fuck y'all.
Waxwell currently have civil litigation ongoing in this case, so make sure you're subscribed to his channel for updates. But first and foremost, it's unconstitutional for a police officer to ignore a citizen's refusal to provide their identity based on a mere resemblance to someone that's wanted. The Fourth Amendment protects individuals from unreasonable searches and seizures, including the right to be free from detainment and the right to privacy. Without reasonable articulable suspicion or probable cause linking the individual to a crime, detaining him and demanding identification is a violation of his constitutional rights. In this encounter, detaining the citizen in handcuffs and taking their wallet to retrieve identification is an overreach of authority. The officer should have respected the citizen's request to speak with the supervisor, as supervisors can usually provide oversight and ensure the situation is handled appropriately. Situations like this undermine the trust between law enforcement and the community. It is crucial for officers to respect citizens' rights, exercise discretion, and ensure that their actions are justified by reasonable suspicion or probable cause. If you find yourself in a similar situation, it's important to record the entire encounter, assert your rights, and document as much information as possible about the incident. Waxwell Cole Jr. did a good job, but you can't avoid being violated when you come across tyrants like these two. Let's continue.
Not the legal in the car, guys?
Say it again?
Not the legal in the car?
No.
No weapons in the car like that?
No, sir.
Alright, it's cool if we just check to verify.
Check to verify?
Yeah, to make sure there's no weapons in the car. The reason I'm asking because Duke's Bar has a nasty crowd that it attracts.
Bro, but I got a clean record. Why don't you let me run my record before I give you that decision?
Well, I check cars all the time.
I don't have
don't
nothing
matter
in my car.
what the record is or anything.
I don't have nothing in my car,
Okay.
bro.
So nothing in there?
No, I don't do
Cool if we
weapons.
check?
No, I don't give you permission for that,
Okay.
bro.
Okay, I'm just gonna walk around the car.
Yeah.
That's a trip. Shit. Black guy.
Yeah, I just on video, bro. That tells me it's live. We ain't this shit. We about to go.
No weed in the car?
No, I don't, sir.
Masks and ashes, that's what. You smoke cigarettes?
You do.
No alcohol in the car?
Say it again, sir?
No alcohol in the car?
No, I just bought a bottle so I can go home. I just lost my mom, bro.
Get it, man.
Yeah. Tough times right now. It's ugly.
I get it.
You're going like through the, go through stuff like this for, it's just another day, I guess, man.
For us, yeah.
Yeah, bro, I'm a hard-working black man, bro. I work for Audit Foods.
Okay, I get that.
I'm
I don't
a
get
good
what you're
man.
trying to say, sir.
Got good kids. Kids in college.
It's a traffic stop, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know. I'm giving you just like you giving me a perspective of you. I'm giving you a perspective of me.
I got
That's
you.
it.
I understand. I'm not judging your book off a cover. I'm just telling you where we're at and what time it is, bro, here.
Yeah, bro, but that's everywhere. I live in tough places than this. I don't never have no problems.
So what we're trying to say is just because you live in tougher places, right?
So do that give you a right to...
Listen, you live in tougher places, right? If the cops did their job the appropriate way and pulled people out of the car and searched vehicles and did things by the book how they're supposed to do it instead of being lazy and just walking up and saying, oh, here's a ticket, have a good day, you'd probably stop a lot of crime in of itself. Because let's be honest, I myself has almost had my life taken numerous times. Just this year,
bro,
beginning of this year, I've already had twice.
Has been taken, bro.
Huh?
For stuff like this.
Are you? I have a question. Are you threatened by anything I'm doing? Look at my flashlight. My hand is tucked in my leg strap.
No, but
you can literally rush me right now.
No.
My officer safety is dropped. My hand is in my right. My flash is in my gun hand, which is completely off training.
Yeah, I get that, bro.
So what we're trying to say is,
but you giving me a perspective of things, and I'm giving you a perspective from real life things. We going through things just like you, bro.
I got you, but
same thing.
We're trying to do our job. That's all it is, man.
I get tired of watching the news and watching stuff. I get tired of all that.
But if you don't believe me, bro, just do me fair. Go to the security guard, the head security, and be like, hey, Ty, what's going on?
Security too, bro.
I know, but he'll tell you. He'll be like, hey,
I gotta watch my back. I gotta call you all the time. I know about all that.
So that's all it is, man.
I respect law.
It's just, unfortunately, I'm saying right now, this bar draws a native crowd. It brings a lot of drama here. And the security guard himself asks us to come check these vehicles because he wants to avoid a shooting at the end of the night, every night.
That's not me, bro. I gotta
that's all it is. And I can't, unfortunately, bro, you don't have a sign on your face that says, this is what it is, right? I have to talk to you and figure that out, right?
I understand.
I got to walk up to your car and figure that out.
I understand.
All right? But what we're trying to tell you is, in the day, your front license plate, just so you know, yeah, you don't get stopped with your tickets, but we want to let you know just how hazardous.
Right.
If you do in a car accident, let's say your boy's in that seat, guess where you think that license plate's going? Exactly, brother. So that's something that they didn't tell you. They let you go, but then you end up in an accident, and now he's suing you. That's happened. Your boy's going to turn around, his insurance is going to sue you, and you're going to get hit with a lot of money. All right? All right, brother? Yeah. Simple as that. All right? No one's coming after anybody. We're just out here doing our job, bro. Simple as that, all right? All right, guys, have a good night, all right? Stay safe.
Take it easy, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, drive safe, all right?
As a citizen, you have the right to refuse a police officer's request to search your vehicle. The Fourth Amendment right of the United States Constitution protects individuals from unreasonable searches and seizures. This means that law enforcement officers generally need probable cause or a valid search warrant to conduct a search. If you refuse a search request, the officer should not proceed with the search without a legally valid reason. However, as you saw, they may scan your vehicle using the plain view doctrine to try and find probable cause so they can get full access to legally search your vehicle. The plain view doctrine is an exception to the Fourth Amendment warrant requirement that allows the cop to seize evidence and contraband that are found in plain view during a lawful observation. It's crucial for citizens to be aware of their rights to prevent unlawful searches of their vehicles. Familiarize yourself with your local laws and understand what constitutes probable cause in your jurisdiction. By knowing your rights, you can confidently assert them and protect yourself from potential violations. Stay informed, assert your rights, and be proactive in protecting your liberties. After all, knowledge is power, and it can help ensure that your rights are respected during encounters with law enforcement.
How you doing today? Somebody give you permission to go through that?
A few moments before I walked up, she had the bag already open.
So we got this officer right here. Found somebody's clothing. Maybe somebody walked to the bathroom. You gonna take it? You done looking through it?
It'd be a man in the gate, and the other lady has her stuff there.
Okay.
So I'm not sure who's on that is. It's me.
Okay.
Letitia.
Okay, so you don't know who this is?
The other girl, she put it there. So I don't know if she put it with someone else or what.
Okay, which girl?
She was over there when you just went over there?
Oh, there's a whole bunch. Because I don't want to leave it there unattended and if somebody's stuff.
I thought she left it for someone to come and get it.
I tell you what, if you leave it there, I'll make sure, you know, it gets where it's going to go. Oh, you don't work like that? Did you know you...
Who's coming back to get it? Isn't it? It's not hers? I'm saying it was unattended.
Listen, you're violating someone's Fourth Amendment right.
I'm speaking.
Yeah, but this isn't an incident. I'm talking to you as a human. Well, if you take that in, then that's a problem.
I don't want to leave your personal property unattended, so
I don't know if it's
She's so worried about leaving somebody's stuff unattended. There's a bathroom over there. People leave their stuff all the time. She already went through it. She opened up the property, went through the whole thing, wishing that she found something in it.
You can ask her.
if not, then we'll put it in lost property and then she can pick it up.
Okay.
But she's not going to know. That's that.
You know what she's wearing and I can see that.
These cops, man. She found that on a sidewalk. Obviously, it's somebody that's homeless that left it there. They're in good faith, hoping that it's there when they get back. They're not going to know that it's in lost and found.
Skirt, black dress and a leopard shirt.
I think I just gave her a mess.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Ask her whose it is.
Wow, I'm glad I was here, guys. This camera, but she already violated the girl's Fourth Amendment right by going inside of the property. You already went inside the person's property. You're so worried about a package on the ground, you already went through it. She was just going to put that in lost and found. I said, no, maybe somebody went to the bathroom. Now she's going to find out who it is for real. Nobody's going to know it's in the lost and found at the Tampa Police Department. Listen, that's not the law that you take that to Tampa Police property. That's not the law. You already went in the suitcase. You violated someone's Fourth Amendment right. Wow, guys, what's your name and badge number? We'll just get it from your car. And you got 2 stripes, so you're going to take that in. You opened it up, looked at the property. You say that you can't leave it. So if I go take a piss right now, you're going to go take my bike and put it in property? You just took that off public property. We pay for this park. This is city property. This is public property. Whoever left it there left it in good faith. And now I'm about to watch you steal. Wow, I hope I see the person later so I can direct them what to do. You know, they have to call TPD and sign for a release of evidence and go down to 34th Street just to go get it. And since it's clothing, you know it's not going to get put there. You're not doing the right thing. The right thing is to leave it where it was. She's not going to know it's from you. She's not going to know it's from you. Say you walk to the bathroom, she's going to take your stuff. Look how she is. She's a tyrant. I know. Me and you good. She went over here. She looked through the suitcase, then asked, hey, do you know who this is? She should leave it there. Always pick up the camera, guys. Tampa police are tyrants. So we got XF9926. You're going to fail to identify? I'll just put an internal affairs investigation out on you for not identifying with Mark Seckley. Get out of here. Kick rocks. You just stole someone's property. If I leave my bike over there and go to the bathroom, I know that this lady will take it. Yeah, look me up. You know. Get out of here.
Do you have a question, sir?
He's on public property. Leave him alone.
Huh? I do have a question, but...
Sure. What's up? Or would you rather...
Yeah, I thought maybe he was going.
Oh, all right.
You
All right. Well, I mean, she just stole, dog. Dog. If you don't lock your bike, she'll take it. She just took someone's property. So we're gonna leave her alone. She's gonna go she's gonna go talk to a citizen. She's gonna do the right thing here, but she just did the wrong thing and stole someone's property, guys.
The Fourth Amendment of the United States Constitution protects citizens from unreasonable searches and seizures by the government, including law enforcement officers. This means that before a police officer can search or seize a person's property, they must have reasonable suspicion that the property is related to criminal activity, or they must have a warrant. In this situation, the officer taking a citizen's suitcase that was on the sidewalk to the department's lost and found could be seen as a violation of the citizen's Fourth Amendment rights. This is because the officer opened the suitcase and went through its contents before taking it to the lost and found. By opening the suitcase and examining the contents, the officer was conducting a search. Since the officer did not have a warrant or reasonable suspicion that the suitcase was related to criminal activity, the search was unconstitutional. Additionally, the fact that the citizen was homeless and may have just gone to the bathroom further underscores the importance of protecting their rights. Homeless individuals are often marginalized and face many challenges, including discrimination and mistreatment by law enforcement. It is important that officers are aware of and respect the rights of all citizens, regardless their housing status. Let's continue.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much.
I'm wondering why you're recording. Is there a reason? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I'm just a journalist gathering content.
You just trying to what?
I'm a journalist gathering content.
Okay. Do you mind if I ask you what content you're gathering?
I can't reveal any part of the story. It's about Fort Campbell Army Base.
Okay. I mean, you're not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, I know.
Just got a few calls just saying you were out here recording people.
Yeah, a couple people told me I wasn't allowed to do it, and you know, I was like, well, I'm standing on public property. I'm not doing nothing illegal.
I mean, yeah, you're right. As long as you're not impeding the flow of traffic, you're not stepping out the road. You're not doing anything like that.
Yeah, no.
I mean, if you go onto gate, if you go into post, that's a little different story.
Yeah, I'm not going on there. Yeah.
So like I said, we were just kind of wondering exactly what's going on, just making sure everything was okay.
Yeah, I'm gathering content. That's it.
I understand why you're out here. I've seen all the videos, I've seen them all before. I understand, like, you can record from Clarksville's boundaries, but our boundary cuts off at MAPCO, so you're not allowed to be recorded.
Actually, these telephone poles right here were put in by the city, so that right here is city property. Therefore, it's public property.
Alright, so listen. I'm gonna do what I was told to do. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, like, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you. I know you're gonna post me later. So I'm gonna tell you.
You're live, actually.
I'm live. So I'm gonna do what I was told to do.
Which is?
Put you in handcuffs and detain you until we have more information. That's for my safety and your safety, okay?
Why am I being put in handcuffs?
It's just, you're not being arrested. It's none of that. We're just detaining you. It's only until we
You're
have
detaining me for standing on public property and getting video.
Alright. I'm just doing what I'm told by my supervisor, okay? I'm not trying to, like, overstep or anything, but I have to do what I'm told by my supervisors.
Okay, well, I'm not going in handcuffs because I haven't done anything illegal.
I'm not saying you did, and I'm not arresting you. It's just for my safety.
You don't have to put me in handcuffs to detain me. I ain't a threat to y'all. There are 4 of y'all.
Okay, so can I pat you down for weapons?
Yeah, go ahead.
So,
I got a pocket knife right here in my side.
Alright, so I'm gonna pat you down.
Okay.
So you turn towards them.
Where's your backpack?
It's in my right pocket.
Okay, cool.
My main
So it's right here. So
that's the pocket knife. Okay. It's stuck into my pocket.
Just out of curiosity, what's that thing you have clipped right here? Just out of curiosity.
Body camera.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, as long as you don't reach for it, we're good. Okay?
Oh, I'm not going to
So
reach for
anything. My supervisor.
I'm not here to hurt nobody.
Yeah,
I'm not.
My supervisors want me to put you in handcuffs, but I pat you down. I think we're safe. We can just talk, okay?
Okay.
So I won't put you in handcuffs. So as far as I was told, boundary cuts off over at MAPCO, okay? And CAMERAMAN 190-1 says that you can't record while on post. I understand that once you're in Clarksville, you can record anything from the public's view. I understand that. But as far as I was told, again, I need to do what I'm told.
But the GSA survey said it was here. That actually the wall is where y'all's property began.
Give me one.
I looked up the GS surveys before I came and done this. Because these posts are put in by the city. Therefore, it's city property that I'm lined up right with. I'm not I haven't been up there. I'm not planning on going up there.
Alright, so my supervisor's on his way, okay? I don't want to come off as rude or anything. I'm just doing what I'm told, so
Okay.
he'll just come over, explain everything to you, and we'll go from there.
Well, I mean, like, if y'all are threatening to arrest me if I don't move, then I will move. But
I'm not threatening to arrest you. I'm not here to, like...
You're gonna have to speak up.
I'm not threatening to arrest you.
Okay.
We're just trying to figure out where the boundary is. As far as I was told, the boundary is Navajo. So I'm just doing my job. I'm not trying to sit here and go back and forth. I'm just trying to do my job. I was told the boundary is Navajo, so I came out here to let you know. If you want to move over to Navajo, go ahead and do that. And then you can.
Well, if I stand over there at Mapco, then I have all the traffic inside of my camera shots and everything. I can't get any good pictures of the gates.
Okay.
So, I mean...
So, I'll let him...
Hey, how you doing, man? I'm investigator for Cameron's police investigations. What's going on here today?
I'm just gathering content for a story I'm doing.
Okay, so unfortunately this is federal property, okay, in a military installation. According to CAMERAMAN 19-1, not allowed to be filming on the installation, especially gate operations while on the property.
I'm just getting pictures of the gates.
I understand, I do, but like I said...
Well, I mean, the actual law is if you can see it, you can record it. You can't trespass the eyes.
Correct. So right now, you're on our property.
I'm on city property. These codes were put in by the city. They were put in by y'all?
No, this property is our property. Okay?
Your property.
Correct. This is government property. This is no. This is military installation. This is federal property. So just because
then y'all need to put up signs to better.
I understand.
Instead of
so just
this.
because this wall is there doesn't necessarily mean that up to the grass of the road isn't our property. Right?
So what happens if I don't move over there?
So then we will charge you.
Charge me with
violation of CAMERAMAN 19-1.
Which would be what?
It's a physical security violation, sir.
It's a what?
A physical security violation, sir. Like I said, it's a CAMERAMAN.
So I'd be arrested.
Correct. You'd be charged.
So if I don't move, you're gonna arrest me.
Correct.
Okay.
So, like I said, we're gonna
Well,
have
under
to
the threat of arrest, I'll go to the other side of the street.
We'll have to process.
But you will be hearing from my attorney.
I'll have to process.
What was your name again?
Do you have that on video right now?
Yes, I do.
So unfortunately, you can't video us either.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Unfortunately, like I said, you can't be videoing this. So if you could just stop the recording.
I'm not going to stop the recording.
Okay. I understand you don't want to, but like I said, it's a little bit different. The laws are once you step onto our property. Does that make sense? Okay. Like I said, we're giving you the opportunity here to get rid of this footage. Okay? There's a physical security violation under CAMERAMAN 19-1, which says that you can't be recording military operations.
I wasn't even recording much. I've been recording this the whole time now.
Right,
I mean,
okay.
As soon as I got here, I wasn't here 2 minutes and y'all showed up. So
right, so it's just kind of weird for us, from a military perspective, of people filming posts. Okay, like I said, I mean, if you're on the other side of the street, no problem. All day, man. All day you want, man.
okay, I'm going to the other side of the street.
So,
under the threat of arrest, I'm going to the other side of the street.
Like I said, we will charge you for violation of CAMERAMAN 19-1.
If I don't go to the other side of the street.
Correct, you would be because you're filming on an installation.
I'm going to the other side of the street right now.
Okay, like I said, if you could stop that video, man, that would be better, and we can get that shit deleted.
I'm not deleting the video.
Alright, so go ahead and just pause it and stop it, okay? Because like I said, I already told you, you can't be filming on this property.
This military officer stating, "I'm just doing what I'm told," in order to justify putting a citizen in handcuffs could be seen as a failure to use her discretion and critical thinking. This is because the officer may not be fully aware of the citizen's rights or may not be considering the ethical implications of her actions. Citizens have a right to film in public areas, including military installations. Filming a military installation in a public area is not a criminal activity and does not pose a threat to national security. It is essential that military officers understand and respect the rights of citizens, even when following orders. Using critical thinking and ethical judgment is an important aspect of leadership and is necessary to ensure that the military is seen as a responsible and respected institution. The supervisor threatening the citizen with arrest is definitely an infringement on their right to freedom of the press. Filming a military installation in a public area is a form of peaceful expression and is protected by the First Amendment of the Constitution. It is important to note that while military installations may have specific regulations regarding filming or photography, these regulations must be reasonable and must not infringe on the rights of citizens.
Yeah, so I just had my the alarm go off here. My code didn't work, so no. I'll dispel your worries already. I got my key on me. I can show you the damn. Yeah. It's just annoying.
What's your last day for my report, Sean?
I don't want to give it, unfortunately.
I have to do a report.
Well, I haven't committed a crime.
No, but you know what? I have to do a report.
Yeah, you can.
So if something happens, they call and I say, oh, it's John Wilson.
Right.
John Wilson doesn't work for us. You understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but I respect my privacy, and I know I haven't committed a crime.
Okay, then that's fine. Then when I call your owners, I'll tell them you're uncooperative with police, and right now you're not allowed to go in that building because you don't have an ID on you. If you have an ID yourself, you're not allowed to go in.
Well,
I'm just telling you, you have to identify yourself. I'm on an alarm. You don't have the proper code. I don't care if you have a key, you can't go in unless you identify yourself. You're bringing this on yourself. No big deal.
No.
It's for a report, dude.
I get it.
I have to do a report. That's my policy.
You gotta do a report. What? That's their policy. Yep. The law states I don't need to identify myself.
Yes, you do. You have to identify yourself to a police
committed
officer. No, that's not true. That's not true.
That's correct. It started off as a really good encounter. Now you're kind of escalating it.
No, because you aren't telling me who you are.
Right.
So I don't know who you are. Yeah, and I'm
my name's
Deshaun.
Deshaun.
Just like you're recording me, I'm recording you too. You have to identify yourself.
No, that's not how the law works.
Yes.
You have to be.
Well, when you become a lawyer, I'm going to call my.
It's not being needed to be a lawyer.
Yeah,
it's knowing your rights.
Can we get your manager on the phone then to identify yourself to me?
Well, first of all, our GM just changed.
Okay, so who's in charge of the store?
A guy named Benjamin. I've never actually met him.
Can you get in charge of somebody does you have a phone number inside?
I tried calling our district manager.
Okay.
His phone's off or he's not. Something. Again, I'm not trying to give you a hard time.
Here's the deal. It's no big deal. This isn't why don't you want to identify yourself?
Because I respect my rights. And I know.
I respect your rights. And here's the thing. I respect the rights of this company.
Yeah.
And you're saying I'm okay to be here? But
I can open this lockbox. I can open these safes. I can open this door with my personal key. I told you. They told you my name's Deshaun. That is correct. I can go and show you.
No, we're fine. No, you know what? We're done.
I can show.
So when something happens, yeah, we're done. Nope. I'll just run all the license plates out here before I get the
Oh, sure. I don't have a car. Good luck, bud. See what happens? They just escalate, man. Try to bully their way. It started off as a great encounter, and here we go. He wants to go. He's gonna run license plates. He's gonna do all this stuff. Hold on. Roll on the window real quick.
Can I help you, sir?
Yep. So I'm just wondering.
What can I do for you, sir?
Just name and badge number, please.
Dawson 68. Yep.
Dawson 68.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Just don't.
And I identify myself to you because
It's your policy.
Anyways. No, I just do it anyways. But
it is in Plymouth Police Department policy.
Well, we'll just figure out. No, it's just our policy. When it's an alarm thing. I don't know who you are. You say you're okay to be here.
I was trying to show you right before you walked off.
That's okay, sir. Nope, I understand. We're good. Have a nice day, sir.
Yeah, man. Just try not to let your ego get in the way anymore.